Hello everybody and welcome to IRL F2 around the I don't want to race because the track's too hard Grand Prix, or the commentator's way, I don't want to commentate because the track's too boring Grand Prix. But anyway, we're in quali for this race, which is probably going to be the biggest snap of your life because, well, it's not very interesting as Lee goes on pole with a time of 9.3, so I started the stream late. I didn't particularly want to commentate if I'm honest, but it's okay. It is what it is. I'm here now. I don't know this guy's name, so I'm going to have to find that. I haven't got a name sheet. I don't know. This is a new guy which I've never seen race before, and he also has a cool helmet, and that almost looks Irish themed to me. But it does look cool, so I approve of that helmet. I don't really know what to say. I'm the only commentator here today. Of course, because nobody else offered to do it. So I offered my services unwillingly, but I still did it. I don't know why. But yeah, anyway, I'm here and I exist. But this Williams fella, Lee's teammate, I've never actually seen him race before, so I'm excited to see, can he beat his own teammate? Can he beat anyone? No, he goes with the slowest time for 12.2, but Langfell, he's in 5th right now. Sassy Pickle, forgotten his name, in 4th already with 10.9, Paco with 10.3, and Lewis Vassman with a 9.4. Lee's currently on pole right now with a 9.3, which is probably quicker than my time trial, if I'm honest, because I was supposed to be racing and I tried to practice on my new wheel, well, my replacement wheel used for racing wheel, then it broke, now I'm on wheel again, and it was an experience and it went badly, if I'm honest. So I'm not racing today and instead I'm commentating, so hello. I'm not sure what the pole time's going to be today, but Mr. Kevin Harrison here, he's still in the pit lane right now in his Alfa Romeo. I believe currently the championship leader. He's won the last 2 races on the bounce, Russia and Baku. He has won both of those so far. And Australia, he didn't have the best race in the world on the first race this season, but that's okay. He's picked up since then and he's won every race since. And I know he's relatively okay at Monaco despite being a pad user, but I reckon he can get a good result today as long as he keeps out of the wall despite being at a slight disadvantage of being on pad. But then again, our current provisional pole sitter, Leroy, he's a pad user as well and currently a 10th faster than the next driver, so you know, anything can happen. Also it's Monaco, so no, that goes. But Meme, he sets a time of 11.6, which is, well, it puts him 6th really. That's not particularly interesting, and I've just kind of broken and I've forgotten what I'm doing. Well, yeah, I did get the tyre thing up. I don't even know. Oh, Lewis is leading by 10 points. Okay, so Lewis Vassman is leading the championship by 10 points, Kevin says. So, in conclusion, I'm already wrong. That's what we love to see. But anyway, we've got a few people who haven't set a time yet, but Red Venom, oh, his name will come to me. Louis Quinlan. Louis, he hasn't set a lap time yet. He's had some interesting driving so far. Last time I saw him in Baku, he tried to go for a different strategy, which ended in calamity for him and others, we'll call it. So that's going to be interesting to see what Louis can do today, especially around Monaco, because I predict many crashes and front wing and confetti to go littered out onto the track to ruin somebody's day, is what I'm going to say. And then Sondre, the bottle hog, as Louis Quinnan's already just hit the wall and lost his front wing. The first bit of damage we've seen today, which is going to affect his lap, but that's what we're expecting to see. And something in my house smells potent, and I don't know what it is, and I don't like it. It's disgusting, if I'm honest. That's grim. But anyway, Louis Quinlan, he sets a time of P6, so that will put him about the middle of the grid so far. But we've still got 4 people to set a time. Kevin's on his outlap. Sondre Sorhal still in the pits. The bottle hog himself, I'm expecting to crash today, hence the name Bottle Helg, but you never know, people can surprise you, can't they? So, why not? And then we got Joe Hollis, who's done adequate, I think. I know, probably got a few points. And Melron Fair, he's pretty decent as well, really. Also probably got a few points. Now, Lee, is he on a lap? Yes, he is. Okay, so we're going to go on board with Lee as he comes through that corner, which I can't remember the name of, but it's my least favourite one on the track, despite it being my favourite track. Coming through the swimming pool now, he's at a purple sector 2. Look at the speed on this man coming into Blanchimont. Kevin's in his way, except Kevin's about to start a lap now, so he can't get out of his way. He's actually going to give him a little bit of a toe down the straight, if I'm honest. So here comes Lee. He's going to finish this lap now. How much can he improve on his best lap time by? With a slipstream of Kevin, he sets a 1.9. Now we're going to go on board with Kevin for the rest of the lap. He goes through the first corner nicely, coming up the hill now. I've seen plenty of incidents where people have tried to go side by side through here and just absolutely blown up and crash, except he's not side by side with anyone right now, so he's going to be going through here nice and clean, lovely from Kevin on his cheeky little pad, avoiding the bump. Now coming into this corner, which I've forgotten the name of, but anyway, seems like he could have gone a little bit quicker through there, short shifting nicely into the hairpin. Very slow corner, as you can see. Hopefully you don't understeer into the wall. Through into the corner that begins with P. Now coming into the corner before the tunnel, I don't know the names of anything other than like Nouvelle Chicane in the swimming pool. But through the tunnel, it's always fun to hear the cars come through here because it sounds cool and everything, so it's amplified. Coming into the Nouvelle Chicane, it's a very crucial part of the track. Kevin didn't quite clip the apex well enough on the entry, I don't think, and then the exit seemed alright. Coming into the left-hander, once again, didn't get close enough to the walls he would have liked. Still sets the purple sector 2 though. Love to see coming through the swimming pool. Absolutely collapsed the car, but that's what we like to see. Coming into the Blanchimont now, Kevin, look at that lovely stuff. Is he going to be able to beat Lee's time? He gets a little bit wiggly on the rear, but that's okay. Still 4 people not set up, and Kevin, he's going to make that 3 in just a moment. He's going to come across the line. Only goes P6 with 11.1. Oh, the game lied. Blasphemous. How dare it. But anyway, Joe Hardys, he's coming through the tunnel now. With the Cosmos helmet, I'd still like the helmet. I think it's cool, but you know how it is. But Kevin, saying probably quite a disappointing time, really. Joe's invalid. I think your man here's on a lap. He's just locked up coming to Nuvei. He's also invalidated. Kevin, he's not on a lap. Sassy Pick, he's invalidated too. So basically, everyone's invalidated. That's what we can take out of that. We've got 4 people in the stream, one of them's me. So hello to 3 people that I know are watching and stuff. Nice to see you. But anyway, if anyone here feels like typing anything in the chat, put in your predictions for what you think is going to happen in this race. If you know anybody racing, if you know anything about them. Sassy Pickle absolutely shafted that. Lovely. I mean, you can gain quite a big advantage on this track by corner cutting, specifically through the Nouveau. Because coming out of the tunnel, if you just decide to absolutely flatline it, then you just go just straight over it, you're going to gain, whoa, lots of time. Get loads of overtakes easy. The only issue is it's illegal. So you can't really do that, if I'm honest. Who's on a lap? Meme! There we go. Meme looks like he's on a lap. Yeah, he's definitely on one. Coming through Blanchimont, absolutely throwing the car in there. Coming into the final corner, we're going to see his run to the line now. F3 wet quali. Oh lord, I feel for those poor boys. Meme goes into P6 though with a 10.9. Lovely to see from him. I've forgotten his real name and I can't be bothered to look. But F3 have a wet quali. Ah, those poor children, they're going to die, if I'm honest. Well, first of all, it's F3, and Adam Corrigan's in there actually, and he likes the wet weather despite being... Oh, Sondre, good lord. Sorry, Sondre just was about to absolutely bin it into the wall. But Adam Corrigan, IRL's resident crasher, he is in F3, except he surprisingly enjoys the wet. Don't know how much he enjoys it around Monaco though, but anyway. I'm excited to see what Sondre can do. Is Mr. Miller fair on the lap? Yes, he is. He's running up to the line now. Sorry, I missed that lap. Instead of being on Sondre for his out lap, he goes P7 ahead of second place in the championship, I believe. Kevin Harrison, who's in P8, and Louis Quinlan crashes in a place I didn't think he would crash. Who's that Haas? Ah, who's the Haas? Meme. Ah, I missed it. How did he crash there? Huh? Nuvet. I'm trying to figure that out. And I can't. Okay, so Louis Quinlan's crashed in a very interesting place. Can't tell you how he managed it, but anyway, Sondre's coming into the first corner now. That was actually quite nice from him. That's what we like to see. Gear on Sondre, the league owner, so I have to be nice to him, of course, because I don't know why I have to be. No, I don't have to be nice to him. Sondre, you're bad. I'm joking. Love you, really. But anyway, Sondre just absolutely clouts the bump. No remorse for his car's suspension. The mechanics are going to be very upset with him. Anyway, here he comes into hairpin. A lovely camera angle. He's locking up into every corner. If there were flat spots in this game, his vibrations would be highly aggressive. And I was about to say a joke that would be inappropriate. But anyway, Sondre coming through the tunnel now. Listen to that. I was going to call it a roar of the Honda engine, but no, it just sounds like a microwave because the engines are bad. As he locks up coming into the Nuve, but that's okay. Yes, Monaco at night isn't my preferred either, but it is what it is. Oh, Sondre! Don't do that! That is bad for your time and it's bad for your wing. That's also going to cost your team money as he just shafts through there. So basically, Sondre's lap is over and he's not improving with that one. Oh, he's not even going to set a time with that one, really. He has to pull into the pit, surely. There you go. Because he's just smashed his wing off. As I imagine we're going to see multiple times this race, if I'm honest. But anyway, Paco... He's not on a lap. He's on a lap though, Energy Zeus. I did remember his name in Baku, forgotten it now, so he's Zeus from now on. But Paco happens to be in his way as he sets a purple sector 1. Paco nicely moves out of the way, coming into hairpin now is Zeus. Lovely stuff, looks like this is going to be quite neat and tidy. Also, his helmet's relatively cool. It looks quite simple, but I quite like it. Yellow, white and blue. I approve. That's what we like to see. But yeah, I was going to comment... If this was, you know, I don't know, the V8, V10, V12s, going through that tunnel would be absolutely amazing because I'd be able to hear the almighty stonking roar of the engines, but now I won't. Now I just hear a dismal hum. That's okay. Anyway, here he comes through probably the swimming pool. I don't know, that entire thing's a swimming pool to me. Into Blanchimont, into whatever that corner is, and into the final one. Here it comes, Energy Zeus. He's about 4/10 away from the current pole time of Lee. He's going to cross the line now, goes only second, a tenth away from Lee. Lewis Vassman, our championship leader, is also on a lap though now. So this is probably going to be his second last chance for a lap, depending on what he decides to do with his tyres. He's just set a purple sector 2, and he is flying. Good lord! Look at him go. TRT James is showing mid-quali though. He goes locking up into Blanchimont, into the final corner, which is called Arthur or something. I've forgotten his name specifically. They're coming out across the line. Lewis! Oh, what a time! Lewis! That's unholy. He has had his Weetabix this morning. I can tell you that now. He has absolutely had his Weetabix. And it is flowing through him. Oh, Lewis. An 8.5. Goes 6/10 quicker than anybody else in this entire quali. I need to scooch across my room because I need some iced tea. That's what we like to see. We love a bit of liquid that we can consume. But oh, Lewis, that is something else, my friend. Fair play. Kevin, he looks like he's not on a lap right now. Maybe he's on an in lap or something. He's set a 10.2 so far. I don't think this is what Kevin wants. Maybe he's going to be able to gain something from just being a bit more consistent. Oh, and punched my mic. Because Kevin, he's quite a consistent driver. Not sure about around Monaco. We've had our fair share of Monaco experiences. He once gave me the win here, which was always pleasant. That was when we were teammates, the Alpha Boys. Pretty legendary. Yep, that's what I was talking about. Look how much time you can gain. Kevin has taken that to his full advantage. What a god. Well, I was going to call him a god and a god, but it just kind of came out as god. Yeah, well, it's not my strong suit, which isn't very good for a commentator, but never mind. Sondre looks like he's on a lap. Here goes Sondre, he's on the mediums. Tactics from Mr. Sondre. If he can get inside the... Oh. Drop mug. Sorry, he just understeered into the wall in the hairpin. It looks like this is not going to be Sondre's racing. It looks like the bottle hulk is going to be the cause of the safety car, probably, at this point. Still only 4 viewers, which is kind of tragic. Nobody wants to watch Monaco. It's boring, but I still like it, as Sondre invalidates, of course. TRT James, he's joined mid-quali, but he's still going to be able to set a lap as he goes blasting past people going slowly. I do believe he's probably got ABS on, maybe. Because I'm seeing pretty much everyone locking up at the moment, and he didn't. Maybe he's just good, but I don't know. Monaco's boring when people don't go for overtakes, I suppose. It's also boring when there's safety cars all the time and people just blowing up their wings. It's mostly just crashes, really, from my Monaco experiences. But sometimes it can be quite nice, I think. Is James on a lap without ERS? because it doesn't say he's on an outlap, but maybe it's just the game being glitchy, but it looks like he's going for it. He's definitely going for it. He's going at quite some speed as there's yellow flags, there's people letting people through, or whatever. The racing point letting, no, the Hassan, the racing point through. Oh, he's actually slowed down. He was going for it. It looked like he was absolutely flying. Anyway, he's activated his DRS now with TRT James. Wasn't here for the start, but he's here now. Kevin retires in the pits. He's done with quali now. Going through the first corner nicely is James as his teammate. Following him behind him. He's also moving rapidly. Unbelievable scenes coming through the hill now. A very satisfying piece of track to get right. This whole track is lovely when you get right. But look how close he's getting to the walls. That's what you want to do. He set a pole sector 1. And to no surprise, Lewis, my friend, you might have a little bit of a challenge here. Except Lewis, he's still going to have a crack at setting a lap. Will he be able to reach the line in time though? 10 seconds, that's very likely. I think he'll manage to make it. Only just so. 5 seconds, 4, 3, he's made it. But still, James, he's on a lap as we've just had. I think that was Sassy Pickle retiring from the session. RJDW is done. Paco is, no, Miller on Fair is done. Oh, Sassy Pickle's in the way! Oh, James! James might have just lost his lap here. He was having a good lap, except it looks like he might have just lost it. He's still got a purple sector 2, but this lap could have been hindered by the car on the track of Sassy Pickles. He somehow binned it in the Nouveau chicane. But here comes James. He's going to be running up to the line now. Can he make it? Can he make it to the line? Lee's done. He's going to be in second at least. James, he crosses the line. Only goes 9th. This game gives purple sectors out willy-nilly and for absolutely nothing, except Jared's just arrived, only just in time. Which is what we like to see. We always like a nice, more full grid. So we're going to have 15 people for the races. Paco lets through Meme. Meme, he's currently in 10th now. Except he's going to be finishing his lap. And he's going to go 9th. Who's at 1 position. Only just ahead of TRT James though. With 500, something like that. Pretty close to 500. It doesn't look like Langfell's on a lap either. Is Lewis. Lewis is invalid. But as it stands now, I think we have got our qualifying order. Lewis sets a stonking lap time to go 3 tenths ahead of Leroy O'Toole behind him, which is quite a margin, 3 tenths, and fair play to lad. I respect that. But Energy Zeus here, he goes in P3. Once again, how far is that? 4 tenths ish away from Lee ahead of him, so. And then 4 tenths behind him is Miller on Fair, so big gaps in this qualifying session. Very big gaps, so it could be quite a split race, and it's all going to come down to when people crash, really. Who, how, and when, I imagine, because there's probably going to be a safety car or something. But Paco 1 tenth behind Miller on Fair, so far the closest gap. Paco coming in a solid 5th. I know Paco's normally quite good at Monaco, which is what we like to see. Sassy Pickle very close behind him though, only 200, so maybe if he didn't crash in the Nouveau, Sassy Pickle could have done more today. Kevin probably very disappointed with lap time, almost 5 tenths behind Sassy Pickle, down in 7th. That's not going to be good for his championship hopes, considering Lewis is way out in front on pole right now. So Kevin, he's got some work to do. I think it was IRL when I qualified 7th and then went on to win the race by 12 seconds, I believe. So, you know, Kevin can still do it. This might be 1.6 seconds off Lewis's time, but that's okay. But then we're going to run through the order now as it's Lewis on pole, Taze Lee, or just Lee in 2nd, Zeus 3rd, Miller on Fair 4th, Paco 5th, Sassy Pickle 6th, Kevin 7th, RJ 8th, Meme 9th, James 10th, Louis Quinlan 11th, Langfeld 12th, Sondre 13th, Jared 14th, and Joe Hollis in a solid 15th without a time. So Jared and Joe, only people not set a time. Joe, maybe he had a quali ban or something, I don't particularly know. Hello Sondre, welcome to the stream or something. I don't know if you've been here for a while, but hello. But anyway, Jared not setting a time because he joined mid-quali. I don't know why he was late, but he was, because I know he's a spoon. We'll call it that. But anyway, Lewis take a solid pole position, and can he convert that into an easy race win? Maybe, maybe not. It's Monaco. Anything can happen. It's very interesting. Hello, Lewis. Just talking about you. Good evening to you too, despite it only being the afternoon. In 30 minutes is when we should have been starting the race, but no, we're starting it, or starting quali at least. But no, we started at 3:30 because real F1's on, which is alright, I suppose. It works. I'm going to take a sip of iced tea because I'm thirsty. You know, I personally think Lipton should sponsor IRL. I think it could be a good, you know, expansion of brand for both parties involved, for Lipton and IRL. I just think it'd be quite good, you know. Also means maybe I would be more willing to commentate, so I'd get free iced tea. I would enjoy that. I've also got a pint glass on the floor. Don't know why, but I do. That's what we need to know. But anyway, we're about to get the formation up and running very shortly. Actually, are we going to be seeing a crash on the formation lap? I'm interested. Lewis sets them off nicely as all the drivers come off of the line. I'm not going to make a prediction because I don't have a clue who's going to do what. But right in the middle right now is the one driver I don't know and I've never seen race before, RJ. Unless it's somebody who's changed their name. Don't know who he is. Or she. Don't know who it is. But I want to see what they can do today because this will be my first impressions, especially at Monaco, a hard track. Maybe they're going to win the race and then they'll have my heart forever. As this is my favourite track in F1 to drive and everything. It's my favourite. But I don't particularly enjoy commentating on it. But here's a predicted pit stop strategy brought to you by AWS. Normally AWS doesn't work. But anyway, it looked like soft to mediums is what everyone's probably going to go for. I imagine, or medium to softs. Yeah, that looks about right. Everybody outside the top 10 on the mediums, except for Joe, who's decided to go with the softs. So he's trying something different. Hopefully looking to blast past Louis, Langfeld, Sondre, Jared in the first few laps or whatever. Will that happen? I don't know. We'll see. Anything can happen in Monaco. Sondre will probably crash because it's Sondre. But you know how it is. So, formation lap's already almost done because it's a very short track. It's a very short circuit. 1 minute 9, 10, whatever qualifying times. 11, 12, 36 if you crash. I don't know. Maybe never. You'll never even finish a lap because you crashed. That's normally how it goes. But Lewis, he's very far ahead of everyone. It looks like he had no time to waste in getting that formation lap. Finish and over and done. But we've got a few of the last drivers lining up in the grid now. And the race is about to get underway very, very shortly. As the McLaren lines up on the grid. Jared's in AI, which is not what we want to see. Please get out of AI because I don't want to see an alien. The last drivers are lined up on the grid. Give us a good camera angle. Is that a glitch car? I thought I just saw a glitch car, but anyway, the 5 red lights are on. And they're gone and we are racing in Monaco. Looks like Lewis gets off to a nice start. Maybe the Williams doesn't quite get off to a good start, except that AlphaTauri's gone into second already past Lee. Lewis gets a nice lead off the start. I can't really see what's going on. The whole thing's messed up. But it looks like the Alfa Romeo car of Kevin is ghosted and so are the other cars. The AlphaTauri's got side by side behind up the hill. It's all going to be single file. I don't really see anybody making a move. If I'm honest, there's already a bit of wing damage for somebody at the back. I don't know who. I can't really see if I'm honest. It might be one of the McLarens. Hang on a second. Who is that going up the inside? It's the AlphaTauri of James into the hairpin. This could be an overtaking opportunity, except nobody goes. It's just single file and boring. This is how it's going to be for the rest of the race. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your commentator. I'm going to second. The McLaren's got me side by side as Sondre already understeering into the wall because that's just what he does best. Joe has done an unbelievable start. Already up. It's P11 past 4 of the medium runners straight away off the start. So Joe, I said what he wanted to do probably, and he's absolutely done it. He's lovely stuff, really. I don't know. Single file from here on out. First lap, very cool, but anyway, it's almost done. Lewis is leading the race, Zeus is in second, Lee's in third, Miller on fourth, Paco fifth. Not bad. Kevin's dropped down one position, which is not going well for him and his championship hopes. Sondre's absolutely spooned it into the wall straight away though in the hairpin. I kind of missed it, really. I'm not paying much attention today and I'm sorry. This has been my worst comms ever, so yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, looking up at the front, it looks like Zeus is keeping relatively close contact with Lewis ahead of him right now. Yeah. That's all I can really say. Lewis is locking up everywhere with his bright pink helmet. We already know the strategy, AWS. Go away. Bugger off. But these top 4 seem to be just running away with it already. 1.7 seconds to Paco. And then Paco's already in a world of his own coming through the tunnel. Though this could be an overtaking opportunity, probably the best one on the whole track if I'm honest on turn 1. The new race chicane, if you just absolutely send it up the inside when you're side by side through the tunnel, easy dubs. But that didn't happen, so I'm just kind of disappointed and sad. Looking through now, Lewis decent. Top 4, stonking. 2.3 seconds ahead right now. It's always good to see. Pretty cool. This lot just dominating already. DRS is already enabled. On to lap 3 we go. Lee looks like he's set the fastest lap, so despite dropping down a position, seems to still be relatively quick. Now in the background we're seeing gaps already starting to form as people have crashed, people have got wing damage. Yeah, Red Venom, Louis, he's on the hards now. He's the only one on the hards on the entire track. So let's see how he does. He's probably not going to try and pit for the rest of the race if he can help it. Sondre's, I believe, maybe pit. Has he pit? Because he definitely got wing damage, I think. Maybe he did pit. I don't really know, because he's not that far behind. So maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't get wing damage. He just lightly went into the wall, because that's what he does best. But still, the closest fight right now is still the front. And it's still shit. Yay. That's probably a warning for Zeus, so as he seemed like he cut the corner. I'm going to second Langfell. He's getting close to Joe Hollis now. Can we please see him move into the Nuve? He's getting very close. He's going to go. He pulls up to the inside, the medium runner. On the soft runner, up the inside, Joe. That's normally what happens when you try and go for an overtake. He gets a 5-second penalty for just going straight across the Nuve, getting the overtake done on Langfell. He's got his position back. Happy days. This is how fighting goes in Monaco, because it's awful to watch. Oh, Joe, what are you doing? He's ghosted something as a virtual safety car. Huh? Joe pulls into the pits. He's taking advantage of that as he made a mistake through the swimming pool, hits the wall, losing probably the majority of his front wing, and it's a miracle his wheel didn't come off. Lee's lost a bit of time. Oh god, don't tell me it's going to be a second between everyone. Oh, I will cry if that happens. 4 laps into this race and we've already got our first VSC, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, this is going to be the story of this race. Looks like Joe Hollis isn't going to lose a position to his team. Actually, is he? He might lose the positions to his teammate. Yes, he does actually. Joe is now last despite going on to the mediums, so he's going to be making another stop in this race. Everybody has to pit no matter what tyres you're on, other than maybe Lou if you can extend them. The top 4 still seem close, so they probably are close, and if there's a second gap between them, oh, I've got nothing to live for. The one fight we had, somebody tried an overtake and they cut across the Nuve and just shoved themselves. Someone just got a drive through. That was Sassy Pickle. Sassy Pickle is 6th and has got a drive through. And Miller on Fairs also got himself a penalty. I think we're going to be seeing quite a lot of that, except Kevin, he's got James hot on his heels now. After that VSC restart, Kevin sitting in 8th, except that Alpha Tauri and the Williams behind him are just sniffing him aggressively, except he's not too far away from Meme, the Haas ahead of him. Looks like we still got a few potential fights going on. I think Kevin, he's just going to try and clear your man here as quick as he can as Louis Quinlan gets himself a penalty. That's pretty normal at this point as Sassy Pickle drops into the pits for his drive through, which is not good for him, but never mind, it is what it is. Now we're just going to have to see if Kevin can get close enough coming into Nuve. It looks like RJ was looking for a move on James, but it didn't quite come off because there's not enough space normally to stop yourself from pushing someone very nicely and daintily into the wall for a very anticlimactic slow crash. It's like a granny in a mobility scooter crashing into the shopping aisles of Tesco. Really tragic, but kind of funny. But anyway, Kevin's sitting pretty much right in the middle of the entire grid right now, going through the Nuve chicane. Oh, James has had a little bit of a slip, and maybe RJ's going to capitalise on it, doesn't. I want to cry. Sondre gets a penalty. That's all I have to say. Oh, hang on a second. Lee, he's in the pits. I thought I was going to see an overtake, but I'm not, because it's Monaco. I'm sorry, I'm just going to go on a run this entire race. Oh, why have you forsaken me? Sassy Pickle's quite close to Sondre now in 12th. I can't remember what Sean Glale did. I don't know, he probably did something funny. If I see a Ragunatan, yeah, that'll be funny. If I'm honest, it'll bring a bit of entertainment to the stream. RJ now is behind James as Kevin's drops into the pits relatively early. Maybe he's got wing damage or something, but he's going on to the hards now. I can only imagine him going into the pits for wing damage, as I think he wanted to pit quite late as RJ's just locking up every single tyre he possibly has. You know what? If I see that, that'll be something different. His yellow flag is one of the McLarens who is absolutely nowhere compared to anybody else. He's going nice and slow. Cool. Very nice, except RJ, he's close to James, except not close enough to make a move, really. So, yeah, that's always cool. Zeus is relatively close, except RJ, he's close to James, except he can't make a move. Joe's got himself a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which is pretty cool, if I'm honest. Hang on a second, and Joe's retired in the pits. That's what we love to see. I thought we were going to see crash safety or something. No. Zeus is into the pits now, onto the mediums. He goes, he's going to have to stretch those quite a long way. Yeah, that's it. He's going to have to stretch them a long way, so it's going to be a task for him. That's okay, and the one fight we had, one of them is pit, so we're just going to have to wait until more people pit. Oh, look at the gaps. If this was any other track, it might be alright because we've got somebody within DRS, but it's Sandra and it's Jared. Now these two are probably in a party together. Joe's left the session. I want to do the same, but I'm going to be loyal to the comms. Oh, Lord. Look at the gaps. What have I got to say? Look! Sandra, stop locking up your brakes. That is bad for your tyres. Also, the hairpin, he's not having a great time through there, is he? Sandro, my friend, you need to stop understeering. Oh my god. How much of his wing has he lost? None of it. Sandro, what is your setup? You want to balance the setup or something? Because you keep locking up like that, and you understeer like a gypsy's caravan. There you go, our race leader Lewis Fassman pulls into the pits, and he's going to come out somewhere. Where is this somewhere? You're just going to have to find out. It looks like he's going to be overtaken by Meme, who hasn't pit yet. Lewis, is he going to come out in the net lead? He's not going to come out in the net lead. Zeus has overtaken Lewis Fassman for the race lead. Oh, on the exit of the pit lane, Lewis Fassman, he's all over the back of him, coming up the hill. He's going to go over the side. Except he couldn't, because the track's too narrow. Oh. Okay, so this is going to be a contrasted tyre. Zeus, he's on the mediums now. Will he have to pit again before the end of this race? I think it's likely. Lewis won't, he's on the hard, so he's gone from the end from here. Zeus is going to pull away now because he's on the mediums. Lewis isn't. And it's the only gap we had within a second, except Sondre. Sondre might change it because Jared might do a bottle, and that's what we want to see, because I want fighting. I want any other track but this, because that might be interesting. I'm sorry for this absolutely tragic excuse for a commentary. I'm just not very happy. So yeah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, because now we've got no gap within a second, it's time for the Monaco Parade, where you're going to see cool looking F1 cars go round and round in circles for the next 30 laps, which is what we want to see. So grab yourself a cup of tea, maybe a bucket of popcorn, your phone, because you're going to need it to keep yourself entertained as Louis Quinlan stuffed it into the wall. That's the excitement we're going to have with this race, ladies and gentlemen, except, hang on a second, Paco's got past Andre. In the middle of my run, I missed something because I'm stupid, I'm sorry. But yeah, Sandra's been overtaken by Paco. And Paco's running away. Yeah. He's just absolutely bucketed off into the distance. Sandro proceeds to lock up even more. So the two racing points are now relatively close on track. Paco seems to be finding his typical Monaco pace after coming out of the pits. I just realised that, oh, they're probably fighting through the pits. I don't know. Oh, whatever. I'm probably just going to keep on ranting, but Paco, surely Jared's going to let him through. They're probably in a party together, and Jared, he's on a different strategy to Mr. Paco here. He's still going to have to pit during this race. And now not to hold up his teammate, surely he's got to let him through. Let him have a great time, except Zeus. He's right behind Meme, who pulls into the pit, so no fighting there. No excitement allowed in Monaco. None at all. We just need an engine failure of some kind, as everybody just locks up. It looks like it's impossible to just not lock up. That's all. Oh, that got really close with Paco. Jared, surely he's going to let Paco through instead of giving him dirty air and only slowing him down to stop Racing Point from getting more points. Look at that! Look at the braking he had on Jared. Let him through. Or are they going to fight? Don't you dare tell me Paco's going to go for another takeover on his teammate up the hill. Whoa! He's hitting to the back of him. Oh, frisky. He didn't get any wing damage though, as he's yet being let through by Jared. Ooh, both locking up. I thought Paco was about to send himself into the wall. Jared lets him through finally on lap 10. So yeah, in conclusion, we've had team orders. Happy days. That's what we expected. That was normal. It was always going to happen. It had to, because look at Paco go! Look at him! He's just absolutely sent. He's only 1.1 seconds away from Jared, and it's been like 3 corners. An absolute goat. Yeah. Cars going around the track at relatively okay speeds. Lewis is getting close to Zeus though. It's a fight for the race win, I do believe, even though I think Zeus will probably have to pit at some point in this race. I'm not sure that his mediums can really go to the end, but anybody who started on the mediums, which is nobody who's still on those tyres, are able to pit now. But I can't see Zeus taking his tyres to the end. Lewis, I definitely can see him. I can definitely see him taking his tyres to the end. There's a fight. There's a fight. Sondre's been overtaken by James. That's it. Oh, Sondre, you're the only source of entertainment I have, and I keep missing it. That's because I'm blind and I don't pay enough attention. Yeah, I apologise to everyone. That's all I can say. It is what it is. Hang on a second. Who's this going slowly? Jared. Jared's gone very slow as TRT James is getting very much well and truly held up. Maybe to try and build a gap between him and his teammate. Oh, hang on. Who's that in the wall? RJ is in the runoff. Letting people through, it seems. Is he going to get disqualified for being in a dangerous place? Probably, because the game's bad. But anyway, yellow flags as RJ is now going again. Happy days, that's what we like to see. But maybe Jared, he's trying to act as a buffer for his teammate Paco ahead of him, as it's almost impossible to overtake on this track unless you muck send it and dive it up the inside or something. Maybe Jared is just trying to be a buffer to James, who is fighting Paco in theory. I think Jared's going to be doing his best to try and hold up the driver behind him to stop him from being in contact with Paco. Yeah, fair play. Good teamwork from the Racing Point team, as he's got a 6.3 second gap, which was about 4 seconds before, so Jared is putting up a big bit of defensive driving. Oh, except he's made a mistake and he might have just opened himself up for a move here. James is going to be going around the outside, coming into the hairpin now. They're still going side by side, the AlphaTauri. He's going to go up the inside. It looks like he's going to be able to get past Jared as RJ. He retires from the session. Is that going to be? You know, it's in the pits. God's sake, it's boring. But anyway, James, he's got past Jared, and there's now an 8.2 second gap between him and Paco. I actually managed to do a bit of commentating there for a minute, and now I'm going to go back into the nice, relaxing world of pain and misery. Happy days. There we go, at least we saw a move. Jared made a little bit of a mistake, and then, well, James took advantage of that. Yellow flag in sector 1. Who's that going slow? It is the retired car coming out of the pits. That's all. Sondre pits after 11 laps, which is pretty normal. I thought I was going to see another fight, but no. Been denied of that one. Is Sondre going to come out in a fight with anybody? Maybe his teammate Langfell. Both in TNR, both in a Red Bull, funny enough. And Langfell's just going to blast past him, and it's not going to be interesting. Happy days. But Jared, once again being the absolute McBus he is, this big stonking British double-decker bus, he's absolutely parking it in front of everyone. I don't know where his pace is, but it's not at the track, that's for sure. It's probably been left in his suitcase at home. But he's really holding up everyone, and now it's Meme's turn to try and get past him, as Jared's lack of pace is probably hurting people really, but it's keeping a buffer between his teammate and these drivers. So to be fair, it's working. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but if it is, fair play. If it's not, fair play. It's still doing your teammate a bit good, so that's what we like to see. We're not even halfway through this race, which is kind of tragic if I'm honest. Yeah, I'm miserable, but Meme, he's behind Jared. This DRS straight does absolutely bugger all, if I'm honest. It's almost impossible to make an overtake through there without somebody going into the wall. Yeah. Kevin's just been overtaken by Lee. How did I miss that? Beck's sake. But never mind. Yeah. Memes behind Jared. Sassy Pickles retired from the session, naturally in the pit lane. Oh, hang on a second, Meme. What are you doing, my friend? What was your plan there? Oh, it's reversing into people on the track as well. He tried to extend it in the hairpin, has just kind of sent it into the wall instead. Yeah, that was a bit stupid from the Welshman, if I'm honest. Yeah, he tried something. It did. Actually, no, I don't know if he's Welsh. He tried something, didn't work at all, and he's just put it in the wall. Yeah, sick one. And now we have no fights. I don't know what happened to Kevin. He might have wing damage. Does he have wing damage? No. He just got overtaken by Lee and I missed it. That's all. Happy days. If anyone wants to sing a song in the comments, that'd be pretty cool. Lee's closing up to Jared naturally, as Jared has still got a horrific lack of pace. Maybe he's got a little bit of wing damage we cannot see. Or whatever it is, he's not going very quick. I've got a comment in the thing. I'm just waiting for that to roll on through on my phone so I can see it. But Lee, he's getting very close to Jared. This is going to push Lee, very close into the back of his gearbox. He's going to have Kevin closing up to him very soon if he gets stuck behind Jared for too long. And that's not very good, is it? It's not what we want. But, you know. Can he make a move on Jared coming into the Nuve? It looks like it could be likely. He pulls over to try and go around the outside. We're just going to see the cars emerge. Lee cannot make the move. Of course he can't. Yeah. Sick. Kevin is closing in, so maybe this is for the best. His Meme is closing into the back of Kevin. I don't know what Kevin's done, but he's starting to be closed up on now. The man who's normally so quick and so consistent, so dominant, isn't today, and he's... yeah, we can blame that on the pad. Except he's also on the pad and ahead of him. Kevin fraud? Maybe. But here comes Lee. He's going to pull over to the outside to try and get past Jared. Looks like he might be able to do it. Just maybe. Jared's still going to stick it up the inside. Lee takes it around the outside. Lovely stuff from Lee Royoto. Gets in front of Jared, who's once again going to become Mr. Bus for Kevin. And probably Meme as well. Unless Jared suddenly finds some pace now and decides that he's going to step on the burners. And, just absolutely cooks it. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Probably not, because he's now being closed in on. Oh, Kevin! Oh, I thought he was going to hit into the back of him, and that would have been an absolute experience. Oh, spooky. I mean, Meme's very close to the back of Kevin. Will he be able to make a move? No. Unless he just flatlines it. Go on. Oh, boring. Boring, boring, boring. I'm disappointed now. I want to see somebody just send it across the Nuve for fun. Now these three, they're all in their own little world. None of them are penalties, so it's actually for the race position, track position, whatever. Not after penalties. Kevin is closing in on Jared, just not a huge amount, but definitely closing in all the same, and Meme's just behind him. That's all really. Yeah, cool. I mean, the cars look cool. Give it that, especially Alpha. Still love the Alpha. That is a beautiful car for beautiful people, like Kevin. And Nathan, except Nathan isn't here this week, so the Alpha boys are having a bit of their constructors' hopes hit because Nathan isn't here, but never mind. Kevin, he's going to try and carry them single-handedly this week, except it's not going very well considering he's an 8th and he's only going to get like 4 points. So yeah, as it stands, except Jared is just in front of him. He's nowhere near close enough for a move, so it's going to be like this for another lap. Basically, that's what we could take from this. Still a single foul line. That's all I have to say. Meme's actually quite close to Kevin, to be fair. Is he going to make a move? No, he's not, because it's Monaco. Oh. Sorry, this race is making me absolutely miserable. But, fun fact, it's less than an hour until the F1 race. So we got that to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wait, it's going to be even more boring, because it's real F1. Well, all the straights. I mean, I feel like in the real F1, all the overtakes could be on the straights, really. Maybe it'll be interesting. I don't know. Maybe we'll see an almighty crash or something that'll spice up the race. Well, probably not. I do feel like playing some games, though. It's what it is. I was on Project Cars 2 before this. I got pole position and I was told to commentate. And I did. And yeah, I'm here now. But Kevin, he's close up to Jared. He's getting closer. Maybe we'll see a move eventually. But not through here because that's suicide. Oh, Lord. Maybe, just maybe on the DRS show, if Jared makes a mistake, which he didn't do, in fact, he got the opposite of a mistake and did faster than Kevin. He got a better exit. All he has to do is park it in the middle, easy as you like. Kevin can't get past him. No matter how hard he tries, no matter how much he shafts him, he won't get past. Hang on a second, Meme's got past. Where did that come from? Meme's going for it. He just sent Jared into the wall. Meme, he put himself in the wall earlier trying to get past Jared, and now he's almost putting Jared in the wall. And himself. Okay, he just kind of... I was on board with Kevin, completely meme, mate. You're not supposed to put your front wing inside of the other car without consent. That's rape. So don't do that. That is not good, if I'm honest. But yeah, Meme, he just absolutely sent it past Kevin, and he's got 8th place and is now trying to get past Jared, and is doing what you have to do, be unbelievably aggressive, and it kind of sent Jared into the wall, but that's okay. If he tries to move through here, then he will die, and that's just a simple fact. Which he doesn't do, so he's not trying to... Oh, wait, hang on a second. Kevin just got wing damage from Meme, I think. Maybe. Just maybe. Meme's going to try and go around the outside of Jared coming through Blanchimon. It's actually going to work as Jared is pulling into the pits, and so is Kevin because he's got wing damage. His Meme was a bit aggressive, and then they went slowly, and yeah, that's the end of that. Sick. We had excitement for a while, boys. It's fun while it lasted. Front wing changes for both. Battle of the pit crews. Who's going to get out first, Kevin or Jared? Who's it going to be? It's going to be Jared. Jared's gone for the hards. Kevin's gone for the mediums. I don't know why Jared didn't go for the mediums. If I'm honest, but anyway, Kevin, surely he's going to get past Jared now. Maybe, just maybe, surely, possibly. Hey, Louis Quinlan's there. We're going to have a bit of racing. He's joining in the action, despite the fact that he's going to have to pit in a minute because his meanings are 11 laps old. Why have you forsaken me? Hang on a second, actually. Can the mediums make it that long? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, Kevin! Getting very close to the back of Jared. 18 laps to go. We're just over halfway. And, yeah. Vehicles. They go meow. I just saw movements up at the top. I think Paco might have... No, he's in the pits. Moving on. Back to Kevin and Jared. They're still driving in a single file line. I wonder how F3's doing, if I'm honest. It could be interesting as Louis picks up another penalty. Surprise, surprise. I wonder how F3's doing. I wonder what they're doing right now. Also, Jared and Kevin still don't have penalties, so fair play to them. I'm proud of you both. Lewis and Zeus, I kind of forgot what they were up to this race. First and second. Except Zeus is going to have to pit, surely. There's no way he's making those to the end. So right now, Lewis, I believe, is in the net lead. With Miller on fair, only 5 tenths behind him. I haven't looked up at the front in ages. But look at this. They're quite close together, so... Miller on fair is also probably going to have to pit at some point soon, I imagine. I don't know if those guys can make it to the end in another 18 laps. I highly doubt it, if I'm honest, so... I think Lewis is still in the net lead. Happy days. Go on, Kevin. Go for the move. Up the inside into the new chicane. All Darren has to do is put it in the middle. No chance for Kevin. There you go. No more moves. Kevin, he's close, except he's not going to compromise his race to try and make this move for one singular, lonely, solemn point. Yay. He is really pushing Jared though, just around the corners. Jared seems to be getting a better exit though through the final corner, so Kevin can't really make a move after the DRS into the first corner. That's about it really. He's pushing him up the hill, except all Jared has to do is sit in the middle of the road and he's not going to get overtaken. Even though Kevin's on quicker tyres. And Kevin just gets shrouded in a cloud of smoke. I imagine this race would smell awful. The amount people are locking up, the amount of burning rubber we're probably smelling as people just lock up in the flat spots just rubbing. Even though there aren't no flat spots in this game, which is kind of sad and tragic. Yeah, I imagine it would smell pretty grim. That's all I have to say. Kevin is close to Jared. Is he going to be close enough? Of course he's not. No, haha. No excitement for you. Oh my god. This is the closest fight we have on the track, and it's not even a fight. It's just a procession. Except Kevin, he could make it a fight, but no, he can't because this is Monaco and there's no overtaking opportunities unless you want to put your opponent in a wall. This is deeply tragic, ladies and gentlemen. To be fair, we haven't had a full safety car. That is the only thing that can save us now. In these last 15 laps, if somebody decides to just shaft it into the wall, that'd be pretty cool. I don't wish it on anyone, but it might make it interesting. So if anyone wants to be a willing sacrifice, I didn't tell you to do it. There's been a couple of VSCs, I'll be honest. That's it. The reason why there hasn't been a safety car is because everybody's retired. Is retired in the pits. Very upsetting. Never mind. Hang on a second. Kevin, he could finally get past Jared and we have awful camera views. Please. He's gone around the outside. Louis might have a view. Oh, Jared's put him in the wall. As Louis just gets past. See, this is what happens when you try and overtake around this track. You just get put in the wall. VSC, of course, because nothing interesting happens in this track without you crashing. It's a tragic excuse for a racetrack when you want to race people. Fun to drive for me, but absolutely awful if you want to commentate. And it's why it's miserable and should be removed from the calendar. Because look at that, they tried to go side by side and it went badly. They crashed. It might be Jared's fault, might be Kevin's. I don't know, they went side by side and I've got awful camera angles, but it is what it is. Virtual safety car. I want to cry. Yeah. It's historical and everything, this track, and I love it to bits, but it shouldn't be here. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Andre's got around the outside, speeding under safety car for Louis Quinlan. He's getting a drive through, but he's bottled his chance at a point now. Any move around this track, Contreras, isn't advisable, if I'm honest. It's never the brightest idea, because you're going to crash. You need to physically be talking to somebody to be able to make a move. Paco is close to Leroy though. Look at him. Is he going to go up the inside? No, he's not. Because he will crash, obviously. How could I be so stupid to think that a move might happen? Yay. It'll work if done right and you're directly side by side with them. However, quite often not, it doesn't quite work out. Paco kind of pokes Lee, giving him an awful exit, and oh, on the straight! Okay, that was interesting. Even on the straights you can't get past. That was really something there. You can get through there, Andreas, with moves if you brake late, except you kind of have to be side by side with them, and you have to hope that they can see the position before the next corner, if I'm honest. You just gotta hope they comply, and if something minutely goes wrong, yeah, it's ending badly for every party involved. Maybe even somebody behind, you never know. If you have a big, hefty, weighty balls, then maybe you can do it. Although you might have to, knock people out of the way in your wrath of position gaining. Paco is actually pretty close to Lee though, and this is a cool camera angle. It's the best thing, it's the biggest highlight all race. Look at that, lovely stuff. Why can't we have a helicopter cam the whole time? Jared finally picks up a penalty for multiple warnings. Looks like Kevin's in the pits though, for the softs to take until the end it seems. That's going to be quite a while, and Zeus, I'm surprised, hasn't pit yet. 20 laps on the mediums, surely he can't take those to the end. If he does, that is a miracle. But Paco, he's all over the back of Lee. Is he going to be able to make the move? He's going to go up for the inside! And he spun! Of course! It's what I mean. James has got past him now. Oh my god, he tried to go for a move up the hill, and bing bang boom, he's entered somebody's living room, and he's just gone flying over the fence into somebody's apartment. Because he can't make moves. I'm miserable, ladies and gentlemen. I've got 11 laps to sit through, and so do you. And I feel bad. I'm genuinely upset about this race, if I'm honest. I do like commentating very well. It's quite nice. It's normally relatively interesting, but when it's Monaco, I slowly, quite surely lose the will to live. I'm not even meant to be the main com. I'm a reserve com. Hasn't even got main com. Never mind, I'm here, and you have me ranting into your ears, as always. As Paco locks up, relatively interestingly. As James is coming up behind Leroy though, after he kind of got knocked as Paco tried to make a move up the hill. Didn't quite work. But it ended worse for Paco, to be fair, than it did for Lee. So, I imagine Lee, who's actually in my party right now, I just got him on mute. I've got Kevin, Lee and Andreas in the party, all on mute. I don't know if they can hear me, they probably all muted me. Oh, Andreas is in the stream anyway. Did I say Adam? I can't even remember. But anyway, yeah. Got them in my party, and if they've got me unmuted, they can just hear me screaming into their ears as Louis. Safety car! Oh, yes! Sorry, Louis, for saying yes to your misfortune, but there's a safety car, and we might actually have something interesting for the last 10 laps. As you can see, he lost his wheel in the Nouveau chicane, so what he's done there is that turn in too early and knocked off his rear wheel. So he must have hit that quite hard, taken off his rear wheel, and here we go, safety car. Everyone's going to be pitting now, surely, for the softs. That's the only thing you can do at this point. Except this might affect Zeus Lewis. More unfair, except there is a 40-second gap, which is kind of unholy. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Meme's the first one in the pits, along with Paco. Paco's gone through nice and easy now. He's out on the softs. He's the leader of the backpack. That House of Meme comes out next. We've got Langfo, who's been on the hards for 21 laps. Finally gets to come in and take those off and got a new fresh set of boots on. Sondre, who's just pit a lap ago, is probably going to end up in the pits again. So lucky Sondre, lucky boy. Now Jared and Kevin, they're at the back. They're on softs, and they've only just got onto them, so that's pretty cool for them. Will they gain any positions? Probably not, because they're 20 seconds behind. There you go, Miller Affairs gone into the pit. So is Lewis, and Zeus is still out on the track. If Zeus takes those tyres to the end, or if he wins this race, he deserves a medal. I tell you that now, somebody in IRL has to go out and buy the best, most fancy medal you can find and give it to this man. Although, everybody behind him being on softs, and the fact those tyres are 23 laps old and they're probably going to puncture, I think he's going to be a bit finished. Maybe not. Maybe he's a miracle man and he knows something we don't. Maybe, but my head hurts. I feel like a nap. But I'm not going to have a nap because I go to college later. Yay. So that's going to be miserable. Brilliant. There you go, Lee goes into pits. And he loses one position to Paco. What's it? I don't know. Anyway, Lee's lost a position to Paco now, I think. Something like that, but he's just behind him. And it's a safety car. Happy days. But everyone's close together now again, or should hopefully start to close back in together under the safety car, so maybe we'll see some fighting for podium positions or just positions in general on the restart. I just remember that on my race start I did not do that well. I got nothing that happened. I just kind of said things, and just that person, that car, that orange thing. That wasn't very good, so I apologise for this entire commentary. Basically, not very good, but never mind. I've almost exhausted absolutely everything I can talk about at this point. All I really do now is rant. Because there's nothing to talk about the race other than James is maybe going to get swamped after being on the mediums for a while. Everyone around him's on softs. So maybe the front three are just going to run away again, and maybe Miller on Fair or Lewis can get past Mr. Zeus. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. If we're lucky. Except Langfell's still got 56 seconds behind the safety car apparently. Despite being in second. How is he a minute behind Zeus? Huh? Oh, hang on, he's a minute behind me. Oh, he's probably been lapped, has he? Why am I doing that? Leader. He's one lap down. And he's a minute behind Meme, and he's only losing time by being behind the safety car. Because Meme hasn't caught up to the safety car, that's why. Oh, that confused me. Sorry, that hurt my brain for a moment. There we go. Oh, Lee! Oh! Meme, he almost just absolutely rammed up the rear, and I didn't see his safety car going in. Safety car is going in, so we're going to have Energy Zeus warming up his tyres, maybe. I'm not sure if he did that on purpose, but he's going to be getting us underway again. Everybody's in a single file line, and there's already gaps starting to form at the back. Look at that. The Mercedes, or the AlphaTauri or something. I don't even know what's going on in the back, but something's happened, and I can't see any moves being made. What's going on? Ah, lapped cars, that's what's confusing me. There's already a huge gap, it seems, between... I'm trying to work things out. Sorry, it looks so big on the map, but it's only like 2 seconds. Everything has stayed the exact same. Absolutely everything. The only thing is there's lap cars in the way, which are just letting them through. So that's pretty cool, I suppose. Any fights going on? Not really, unless you want to see a lapped car get phased through. If that's what you're into. Hang on a second, Lee, he might be able to make a move on Paco. No, he can't. Of course he can't. That doesn't happen. Yeah, oh, Lewis. He seems to be a little bit slidey there. Already a 2.5 second gap between James and Lewis. What is going on? And they're behind somebody who's on mediums for 25 laps. Ah! Sorry, the pace of this front three is pretty insane if I'm honest, and Zeus just belts away. Lewis sets the fastest lap of the race, which is not a real surprise if I'm honest. Yeah, that makes sense. Lee can't get past Paco. Can Miller Unfair get past Zeus? He's the only one in the top three of the penalty though, so this isn't going to help his chances. Oh, getting very close to the rear is Miller Unfair on Zeus. He still can't get past. What is going on? Oh, hello. Sorry, a lapped car just came out of nowhere and decided that he was going to have a little sneak peek at to race win. Well, the race lead. Getting involved in this fight, making himself a bit of a nuisance. A little bit well known. I think that's Langfell. Just kind of vibing. Oh, I thought there was somebody going up into the rear of Lewis there, but it wasn't. It was just somebody else. He's running my number! Miller Unfair, he's running 78. He's running the same number as I do. That's pretty cool. Nice to see. Lovely stuff. But, yeah. Also, these front three are having a great time. Cameron Fair finally get the move done on Zeus. He's so close to him. Surely. Use overtake or something, please. He hasn't got DRS, I just remembered. That's probably not helping his case. But he's the only one with the penalty in these front three. So I don't know if he's going to be able to, you know, even get on the podium here. Lewis. Lewis just tried to go up the inside up the hill, and I think he realised that wasn't going to happen. He backs out. I wasn't really expecting a move there, so I didn't see it as they all lock up into the same corner in this nice single file procession, all very, very close to each other. Is it? Say, lap car, get out of the way! Sorry, it's just probably very distracting for the drivers. I feel their pain as they suddenly just have this Red Bull phasing through them and getting all in their insides. I can't imagine it's a fun feeling, if I'm honest. But anyway, here comes Lewis. He's behind Meron Fair. He's going to go flying up the inside into Nuve, surely. He goes for it. Oh, he hit his rear and gave him a little love tap. Almost hitting the wall as well, so he couldn't quite get past. He tried to go for a big, ballsy move. Didn't happen for him. Yellow flag sector 2, and that looks like it's the Alfa Romeo of Kevin Round in Nuve. It looks like it. Kevin, it's really not been his day. I feel bad for the boy, as his teammate, his championship rival, is currently up in this top 3, having a great time, looking to get this race win away from Zeus. Oh, making a big mistake. Miller Unfair is going to be going up around the outside, up the hill, on the AlphaTauri of Zeus. He goes round the outside. Oh, Zeus! How has he kept that on the track, Lewis? This could be his chance to get past him now. And it looks like he has. Zeus, after being on those tyres for 28 laps, Miller Unfair goes around his outside, and Zeus just kind of gets caught up in it. That's what happens when you're trying to overtake. Just crashes happen. And Lewis hasn't got a penalty. Miller Unfair does. So all Lewis really has to do is just kind of sit here and vibe. Doesn't have to make a move in the next 4 laps unless he gets himself a penalty or 2. So that's going to be interesting to see. Really will be, except Kevin is getting close to Jared, and I want to see if he makes a move. Because I think he might. Just for a point. One singular point could be crucial in the championship. As we know, Kimi won a championship by 1 point. Hamilton won a championship by 1 point. Could mean the matter of life and death, or championship or not championship. But still, same thing. As Kevin looks to go around the outside into Raskas. Doesn't happen. Of course not. Hang on a second, Paco and James, please don't go for a move here, Paco, we've seen this go badly before. He's still going to go for it though. Hang on, is he going to finally make it work? James still goes up the inside, Paco, they still go side by side, coming over the bump. The corner before the hairpin, I don't know what it's called, but somehow Paco, he's got packs, except it looks like the Williams. He's going to be trying to go around the outside. Lee, he was trying to make a move, he was trying to get an overtake. Didn't quite happen for him, but Paco, finally the first person to get a move done up the hill, so fair play to him for not ending up with a crash. Not bad. I respect that, Paco. Well done, you. But now Zeus, he's almost been on those tyres 30 laps, and it's a miracle they haven't punctured. But he's surely getting overtaken by Paco soon. He hasn't got a penalty. Lewis has got a penalty. Oh my god, I missed it. Oh, he's almost spun into the wall. Lewis has got... Oh, I need to check that. He has 1 penalty. He has 1 penalty. Ooh, Lewis is meme. And Lee just gets past Lee on the straight, which is pretty cool. Lovely. Now, last few laps. Lewis, has he got wing damage? Lewis has got wing damage. Miller Unfair does not. Lewis, our championship leader, may have made a mistake or something, lost some of his wing, got a penalty. He would have had this race secure and in the bag if he didn't get that penalty. But he does, so he might have lost the win here today, as he is also losing time to Miller Unfair. Miller Unfair in his full front wing, which is very crucial around this track, I must admit. Lewis may have just lost the race win here, unless Miller Unfair does something dramatic. It seems to all have gone wrong for the Mercedes driver. It doesn't look good for him. Oh no. Very sad. But anyway, in other news... Oh, that was a voice crack. In other news, battle for the podium. It's Paco and it's Zeus. Pretty much the only ones really in this fight is the person behind Paco. James has a penalty. So if Paco can get past Zeus and his ancient tyres, then he gets a podium. 2 laps to go. This could get desperate. And it could end in something bad. Something very, very bad. Known as a crash and then woe and crying and screaming in the Discord. And that's a steward's nightmare. Stewards don't like that, I'll be honest. Except Kevin is going to get a point off of Jared at least because of Jared's penalties. That's pretty cool for Kevin, I suppose. I imagine he enjoys that. But look at it now, Paco still sitting behind Zeus. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull off a move here. He might have to wait until the very final lap to try and do something. He's got hardly any overtake left. Neither does Zeus. Oh, Paco, he's made a little bit of a mistake. Could that hurt his chances of a podium? It really might, as James has got in front of him. Paco's made contact with him. James James made contact with Paco. Paco made contact with James. And yeah, my voice just failed me there as I tried to get excited. Paco might have just lost the podium after making a mistake, and James, despite having a penalty, decided to just slip past Paco, and Paco's probably screaming in a Spanish fury. I don't want to start swearing. I don't even know if swearing in Spanish. I don't know, start saying Spanish things to try and simulate what Paco's doing and doing the pressure of him. That'd be bad. As Paco turns into the wall, trying to make a move up the hill, gets very close to James. I think Paco is going to try and get this move done on track, surely. I feel like it's just something he would do. I don't think he's too happy with the move that James did on him. But I imagine there's going to be a rant in the Discord of some kind. Or maybe Paco's going to keep a lid on it because he's a good lad. Maybe, I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. As coming into the Nuve, this is an opportunity for Paco, except he hasn't got a better exit than James has. Except he'll be closing in a little bit off a slipstream. Just a little bit of it. No move just yet from Paco. I think he's keeping a lid on it so far. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make a move anywhere, as the swimming pool section, which is about to come up in a minute, isn't the best place to try and make a move because that will end in very bad calamities. But anyway, Miller on Fair, he's going to be coming up to the line to take the race win. Very nicely from Miller on Fair. Lewis comes home in second, securing more points and gaining on his championship lead. And then Miller on Fair, he's the only one who gains on him. Looking at the back of the grid, but anyway, Zeus, he gets the podium. Paco, he's not going to be able to get past James, except he gets past him on penalties. Memes in 5th, James drops down to 6th after penalties. Lee, he is currently only in the hairpin. He's 51 seconds behind. So that's kind of killed the vibe for a bit, but anyway, the people have finished. Oh, Lee's the only one left still yet to finish other than Jared and Kevin. Kevin's not going to be able to get Jared on track, but anyway, he's going to get past him. Lee's going to be the last one to finish. He's in a world of his own. Look at him go. Ah, little Lee. But anyway, Miller on Fair takes a nice race win today. It was good from him. We love that. But Lewis, unfortunately, yes, he says he did a great bottle. It was a bit of a bottle, to be fair, but still second place isn't that bad. Maybe could have been the race win, especially with the penalty, but you got a penalty yourself, so it is what it is. Lewis missing out on the race win today. But never mind, still second. Zeus comes home in third, somehow holding on to those tyres. I applaud that. Zeus, that was something else. That was pretty good. To be fair, Beam gets driver of the day, but my driver of the day's gone to Zeus. Because that man took the mediums. How many laps was it? 33 laps? And that's just something different. He is built different. Oh, he could get that pen removed, says Lewis. So I don't know if he was within the gap. Were you within the gap? I don't know. But anyway, Miller on Fair takes the race win. On track at least. Very nice to see from him. Lewis is in second, and then Zeus, my driver of the day personally, coming home in third. Oh, you got false warning. I don't know. That's sad, Lewis, but it is what it is. It's racing, but well done anyway in your second place. I'm proud of you. But Miller on Fair going fourth to first, taking the race win for Colombia. Lovely to see from him in his Renault. Very cool. Lewis is second, Zeus in third, Paco coming home in fourth, which was a pretty decent race from him despite the incidents he was in. Meme coming home in fifth, James sixth, and Lee in seventh. So an Irish 1, 2, 3 there, and 5, 6, 7. And then we got the Norwegians Langfell and Sondre sitting home in P8 and 9, picking up a couple of points, and Kevin getting 1 point for his championship hopes. It wasn't the best race from him, and I'm sure he's disappointed, coming home in 10th. And then we had Jared as the last race finisher today, the only one to miss out on points are the people who finished on track. And you have Louis Quinlan in 12th, Sassy Pickle 13th, RJ 14th, and Joe Hollis in 15th. All of them retired in the pits other than Louis Quinlan. So that's pretty interesting there, our retirees of the day. But anyway, I'm going to round out the stream because I cannot be fucked to do interviews. I'm sorry for swearing, but I don't care anymore. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day, rest of the week, and the rest of your lives. I'll see you all whenever I see you. I don't know. Goodbye.